Vanakkam, good morning, Swagatam. Welcome to today's weather update from Chennaiyil Oru Mazhaikkaalam. The morning after very severe cyclone Nivar made landfall just north of Pondicherry. As always, we request you to kindly subscribe to our channel. We'll continue to post as much as we could these videos explaining weather patterns, weather concepts, etc. Do like and share us. Very severe cyclone Nivar made landfall just north of Pondicherry, close to Marakanam last night between 11:30 and 2:30, and is now lying near Vandavasi. After traveling in a northwest direction, it continues to remain as a severe cyclonic storm and is likely to weaken into cyclonic storm over the next 3 hours or so, while it tracks northwest direction towards the border of Andhra, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu. As the circulation moves in, interior parts of the peninsular India will receive fairly heavy rains. Uh, the circulation is likely to recycle the rain bands over these areas, and also places like Chennai at times, depending on the trajectory of the rain bands, will possibly get moderate to heavy rains at times. Gusty conditions will continue to prevail over North Tamil Nadu until possibly the circulation moves maybe toward just off the latitude of Chennai or maybe slightly north of us. So please exercise caution while you move out. Uh, do not step out unless necessary. Interior parts of Tamil Nadu will see fairly heavy winds at about 60-70 kilometers an hour, particularly Tirupattur, Vellore, Ranipete districts and adjoining parts of Rayalaseema. As I mentioned earlier, heavy rains likely over interior parts of peninsular India, particularly South Andhra Pradesh, North interior Tamil Nadu, Chennai, if lucky, could catch a spell or two, depending on how the what is called as the feeder bands get recycled by the circulation. ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಗೆ ಮಳೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು ಬೈಟ್ ಟು ಕಾಫಿ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮಳೆನೆ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. As we continue to track cyclone Nivar, it will make sense to also keep a tab on what is happening off Sumatra coast near the Andaman Islands. This is the synoptic map from Thai Met Department of last night, so it's still showing Nivar as off the coast. So there is a pulse near Sumatra, and it is likely to move in a west-northwesterly direction towards Sri Lanka and South Tamil Nadu coast in the coming days. So this is something which is uh, worthwhile keeping a tab off, because it's likely to be a fairly heavy rain-bearing system. But it is too early to say whether it would become a cyclone or not yet, primarily because there's one factor which could go or could counterbalance any development to a possible cyclone. The sea surface temperatures are showing declining trends thanks to Cyclone Nivar forming in off Sri Lanka coast and staying for a day or two. So cooler waters could possibly keep a check on the development of the upcoming system. Nevertheless, in our opinion, it is going to be a very heavy rain-bearing system and possibly heading towards delta to compensate for all the rainfall misses they've been having. As we see, it's too early to say whether it will become a cyclone or not, but rains for sure are on the way and will return back over Tamil Nadu after a couple of days of slight reduction once the current cyclone Nivar influence fades away. More on it as things evolve. In the meanwhile, just to recap, Cyclone Nivar is still around North Tamil Nadu. It will slowly jog in a northwesterly direction towards interior parts of Andhra, and it will continue to create gusty conditions over North Tamil Nadu and places including Chennai. So please exercise caution while you go out. It will continue to provide heavy rains over interior parts of North Tamil Nadu with possibly a spell or two of heavy showers over places like Chennai as well, if the right trajectory of rain bands happen as the circulation recycles the rain bands across interior peninsular India. Thank you once again for joining us. Stay safe, stay at home.